Welcome back. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. We had a little technical difficulty. We went to commercial. We still have the amazing Kreskin in studio. He was just about to show you an amazing test.
And nothing much, by the way,
So now,
all of them are witnesses.
We
Nothing
didn't
was
touch
touched.
anything. Nothing
Chase
was
Backer
touched.
has a card that no one here has seen except Chase.
Yes.
Kreskin has taken out a deck of cards that no one has looked at except Kreskin. And now the big reveal.
Well, here's what I'm going to do, because Carson had me do this under his table during a commercial break, so the camera never saw it. And 7 more times I did this through the years I was on the air, and the crew never knew. When he thought of a card, all I did was this. In Vegas, at the casino I was at for 1 season, at that point, I turned to the audience. I said, these cards are shuffled. I believe I know where the card is he's thinking of, the exact position. If you think I'm wrong, put $1,000 on the floor. And the casino said, you do it every show. 6 of you can put $1,000. If I fail, you'll win the money for me. If I succeed, I'll take the money and turn it over to charity. No one ever put the money out. One time they should have, because I failed and they would have made $6,000. I know where that card is in the deck. I know exactly.
I don't
What you're going to do. When you reach over, you're going to cut the cards like people normally cut.
Okay.
But instead of putting the deck down, you're going to turn the deck face up and put it on top. That way, folks, if we spread out all the cards, we can see here he would have cut to the 8 of diamonds. I don't want to know if that's your card or not. But you understand what you're going to do.
I'm going to cut him and turn it over. That's it.
And you'll use both hands to turn them over.
No sleight
You'll
of
put
hand.
it on time. And you can cut anywhere you want. If you cut deeper, it doesn't matter. You put it over. We'll spread all the cards out. And here he would have cut to the Queen of Hearts. Now, give me a moment, because I want these cards squared up. I want you for a moment just to close your eyes. You have actually there 54 cards, because there's 2 jokers in the, oh no, it's 52 cards. There's 52 cards in the deck. I want you to open your eyes now. Open your eyes. Reach over and cut some cards off, and with both hands turn the pile over and put it face up on top. Put it face up on top. He didn't cut many cards. That's what's interesting, and I'm going to ask you to do this. Spread, if you will, into your hand only the face-up card. Just turn your one hand face up, and spread just the face-up ones. Put them in your hand, all of them. Just push them all up, because one would wonder why you cut only 14 cards off the deck. And you can
I would
count.
wonder how you know there's only 14.
Well, count how many cards you cut off. I'm
That's
just
really
curious.
amazing in itself. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards.
That's the 14th card. What's the card you decided on? Turn it over. What is it? I could have been at the other end of the room when I do this on the 3 of clubs. What did you cut to? Turn over.
I don't know. Let us see.
Want to look at it?
Wow.
Oh!
Amazing. Amazing.
I had to force you to cut, and it turned out it wasn't very deep in the deck. I had to force you to cut exactly those 13 cards to get to the 14. And
Well,
I
you
did
know
it
what
with
they say in the
every
casino.
time I did it with Carson, he shook. And I did this with David Fallon, Jimmy Fallon, a year ago, and the crew said, "Yeah, that happened." When Fallon cut, he started shaking and dropped cards down. And he said to me, he says, "Kreskin, I thought I fouled things up." I said, "No, you had cut too many cards off, and I forced you mentally to drop 6 cards down." He dropped 6 cards and was holding the card that I wanted him to cut to.
Amazing.
Pretty amazing. Hey, everyone.
Amazing
Let's hear it for
Don't you find
our
that
beautiful
interesting?
studio audience today, live audience.
And
That
talk
was
about
amazing.
flakiness. This is the epitome of it. Quality
Thank
level
you.
thing. If I had pictures of them in my room, folks, and I will have
I'd
pictures.
get scared.
The pictures would like this. Just about like that. That would make it more accurate than ever.
Amazing.
Great,
Kreskin. Amazing.
working
You
with
Thank you so
are,
much.
Go to
as
amazing-
advertised, amazing. You gotta go to theamazingkreskin.com and check out
The book.
How to Be a Fake Kreskin, The Ghost of Quad Cities.
and where I am. But
And
I'll
let
see,
me- let
you
me
know,
ask
I'm
you
going to
this.
see you again, because I will never say goodbye to folks like you. I enjoy working with you. Let's say to be continued, guys. To be continued.
Okay, we're going to say to be continued, but I just want to say this to you. You said one would wonder why I cut only 13 cards.
Because
Why?
because I controlled your nervous system, and you lifted exactly
You did.
13. Yeah, you had to cut to the 14th card.
That's amazing.
If you had cut too many,
This guy thinks he can control my nervous system.
Well, if you had cut too many, you would have done what happened with Fallon. Your hand would have shook, and you would have dropped cards down, and ended up with the 13.
You are the man. You're a
See,
great talent. You're one of the
see,
most. We're going to take a shake on this guy.
I like this
Chase
guy.
Thacker from
But-
Metropolitan Magazine.
Thank you.
The amazing Kreskin.
Thanks, Tom.
Amazing.
Pleasure.
But don't go anywhere. We're going to continue right through hour 2. I think Frankie's back in studio with us
Oh,
also.
my
We're
God.
going to have a whopper of
And that
a
is gonna
closing
be a whopper.
to this Thirsty Thursday show. Amazing Kreskin
Yes.
joining us right here in studio. Coming up next, the author of From the Trench to the Bench, Judge Dodell, who's been with us before. We'll take a quick break back right after this.